leather gloves, we're slapping in hands. Popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick. Was chasing the beer that circled the lips. Play ball, play ball. Load up the bases and smack it right over the wall.
Play ball.
Play ball.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Laughter Saves Lives live here on Strong Island. What?
I didn't get the memo about the point.
You've been watching this show for 2 years.
I don't watch it.
All right, come on.
No, I'm
You know what?
kidding.
You're not even out the door. All right, let's do it over.
All right.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Laughter Saves Lives live here on Strong Island Television in Massapequa, New York. Strong Island Television, Paradise Studios, right by the LAR, Long Island Railroad. The LAR, which our comic guest tonight took the LAR out.
Yes.
Willie Zabar from Manhattan. We got to give him a lot of credit.
NYC.
Yeah, because some people, they live across the street, they won't even come in the studio. So Willie came from Manhattan, so we appreciate that. And I'm here with, Rich Walker's not here. Oh, and you know, he would have already said, tonight's show is brought to you by
Barasch and McGarry.
Lawyers for the 9/11 Community. Thank you, Michael Barasch.
Thank you for all you've done.
All you've done, all you do, and your support for Laughter Saves Lives. So I was thinking about this today. Rich Walker always complains, I don't let him talk enough. And I can promise you that tonight you will hear Rich Walker's voice as much as you do when he's here.
Right.
That's a promise
I can guarantee that.
Absolutely.
that I will make. And I have two of my good friends here, my pickleball partner, comedy partner, Bridget Kavanaugh. And my FDNY brother, I like to call Joey Nips from Brooklyn, Joe Napoli. Came all the way from Brooklyn. Wait a second. He's like, freaking Willie, I came from Brooklyn,
Like,
right?
Whoa.
What kind of car do you
Can I
drive?
tell you
Gas
something?
and tolls? No tolls.
No
tolls.
No, but they drive fast out here.
Oh, there's some crazies.
God,
There
crazy.
is.
I'm getting the lights in the back.
Yeah.
And I'm in the right lane. Hey, crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It is. Crazy drivers.
Fast.
You're sounding old like me.
I know. Am I?
I'm one of those crazies, I think.
Oh,
I'm
she
like
is.
that.
She
I'm
is.
so impatient.
You are.
On
You
the
told me
road.
you are.
I am.
I don't know if we could drive
in the city,
together.
we have the
you know?
cameras. Yeah, so I'm constantly getting, in the mail, another ticket.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
I've
From
got
what?
it.
Absolutely. The cameras on the corner. They watch you.
The school zone.
Yeah. No, regular speed zones throughout the city.
I'm going to tell you something
Anyway.
right now to start the show off. Johnny L is wearing his City Connect jersey he got for the birthday. Just came back from spring training. Going back again this week because
Really?
my daughter wants to go to the beach and just sit by a pool. She said, Daddy, can you take me? It's Johnny plug time, though, with Patrick McDonald. Thank you, Patrick, our biggest fan. So Johnny was down at spring training. What did he do? He brought Joe Napoli home a spring training cap.
Yeah, baby.
I told you I was going to do it. Like,
Oh,
you fit? Does it fit?
Wow.
look at that.
Looks great.
That's
Thank
the
you.
man. Now I'm going down this
Thank
week.
you.
Are you saying you want one of those?
Wow.
Is that a yes or a no?
Might be nice.
You know how stupid I am. I can't tell if you're saying yes or no.
I mean, it's very
Don't
cool.
do this.
Want to see mine?
Yeah, I see.
You want-
This is
Now
nice.
here's something else.
This is nice.
Look, brand new.
Wouldn't touch
Yeah.
it.
Wait, give me this hat. Brand new. Oh, you think on. Now I left the prize tag in here because I want Joe to know just how much I love
Right.
it.
How much?
Not a freaking cheap
$28.
cap. I don't know, like $40
I
or
don't love
something.
you.
$40 that
Thank
cap.
you. Thank you.
You're
Nice,
welcome.
very
You're welcome,
Thank
Joe.
you, bud.
Well
Thank you.
deserved.
Let's
Well
go
deserved.
Mets.
Let's go Mets. So I had a little meltdown today.
You did?
I did.
About what?
I'm still a little emotional about this.
What's
All
that?
right.
Help me. I'm in the diner and I order a gyro
Okay.
with a side Greek salad. What should be in a Greek salad? They call it a Greek salad.
Okay.
What should be in the Greek salad? Give me one thing.
Tomato.
Egg.
Eggs?
What?
No, they make the thing out of
The
they
thing-
make the dressing out of eggs, don't they?
All right,
No?
let's just say dressing. I'll
I'm
buy
sorry,
that.
I was thinking of a Cobb salad.
That's all right.
Yeah.
What else should be in a
No,
Greek
what's in a Greek
salad?
salad?
Red onion.
Okay.
Olives.
What about
Oh.
grape leaves?
What?
A Greek salad?
No.
Nah.
I'm thinking regular lettuce. I'm thinking Kalamata
Darling,
olives.
every
Yeah,
Greek-
that's a
Oh,
novelty. Once in a while,
Greek-
yeah, once in a while you get it.
Well,
You
Not
get
at
it.
the diner, you're not
I-
getting a grape leaf.
What?
at the diner, I don't think you're getting a grape leaf.
Well,
No,
here's the
unless
thing
you
now.
order.
Here's the thing. You got to ask for them sometimes because they won't put them in because some people don't like them or won't eat them. So that I
Wow.
understand. And I said to the guy, I got no grape leaves. And he said, well, because you ordered a side salad. If the Greek salad was the big
Comes with the
salad, so
main.
next, yeah. So I
you're
was a
meltdown?
little
I
upset.
see.
And then
Oh,
in the
gosh.
Greek salad, let's continue with the Greek salad because this is important stuff in the world.
Right.
Important stuff. This is the section of the show, I haven't said in a while, where there are 80 other things more important to talk about. We start with 81. Right. We start with 81. Everybody's talking about all those other things. They'll be taken care of. Green peppers. You've heard me talk about green peppers before.
Bell
Why?
peppers?
Why?
Bell or
Yes.
like the
No.
Ferraris? A bell pepper.
Big, yeah. There's
You know, I have an interesting fact about peppers, if I may interject.
no. You drove from Brooklyn. What am I going to say? Go ahead.
You know when I just found this out. You know when you look at a pepper and you turn it over?
Yes.
I hope I get this
You can
right.
tell if it's male or female.
Male or
If it has those
female,
two
by
little
how many
balls?
sections there are? 3 or 4.
Oh, I thought you meant it has those two
Really?
little balls hanging
No.
off. You know, sometimes
If
they
it
have
has 4 sections, it's
Right.
a male. That's the balls.
Mate or vice versa. But yeah, but you can tell. I forgot.
Wait. I just want to hear say that again.
And which
I'm
Say that again.
saying if it has 4 sections, 2 of them are the balls for the male.
No, you
Did
would
they
think
call
the-
it?
I would take the 3 for like you know.
think? Oh yeah, it could be the 3.
Just
Oh man, that went downhill quick.
Either way.
yeah, real.
But the green peppers have that. They have no flavor. They have that crappy red peppers. Why can't they put those in salads?
I don't think you like Greek salad.
I love a nice Greek salad when it has grape
I think
leaves.
you like grape leaves.
No,
And,
then you should order a different salad.
I do
if
like-
You have
Right.
expectations.
I do like grape
of,
leaves. You know, somebody messaged me the other day and said, you know, John, that beginning part of the show, it almost looks like you're not rehearsed.
You know what? I have something
Is
to
that
say.
true?
Yeah,
Bridget,
sure.
how much rehearsal did we do for this show?
Oh, 0%.
She does the show
I didn't
before
even
ours.
get the point.
Yeah, she does the show before ours, and we go, Bridget, you want to co-host tonight?
Right.
She goes, oh, I'm on tonight?
And you know what? The lighting at Laughter Saves
Yes.
Lives does nothing for my complexion.
Real, who says?
I
think
look like
so.
the ghost of myself is haunting this show right now.
Really?
Oh,
I was-
you are
Look
a
at
little.
me. I'm
How
pale. I look
come?
like a dead body.
But if I'm looking at you like this, you're not as pale as
right,
up
the
there.
lighting
I
is
think I
very
look
tough.
jointless. What do you
for me.
think?
Did you say
Did you say
jointless?
jointless?
Did I say jointless?
Jointless.
I thought you said jointless.
Oh, I look a little yellowish. Is that jointless?
That's-
I went to visit the big Giovanni, as I call it, his college dorm up in the Poconos there. Giovanni's in an assisted care facility up there. I miss the big guy. My 2 sisters are up there, live up there, and I can't get up there enough. You know, if he was out in Long Island, I get to take him to lunch. I go up there, and I take care of the big guy. I take him to Olive Garden.
oh wow. I mean,
Mink you.
that's
You know, when you're there,
Doing
your
yourself.
family.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
that. You know that. But no, I know all about Olive Garden. I don't go there for the Italian food. I go there for the salad. I go there for it's nice and bright.
do they give you great
Do they
leaves?
put peppers in?
No,
Wow.
no,
Well,
they
that's
do not put
bullshit.
green peppers in their salads. I don't think so.
They wouldn't dream of it.
I don't
Not if
think
you're
so.
coming.
Let's transition to something
All
that
right.
is less important than green
Right.
peppers in a salad. Is there? You know, I was thinking about this today. You're young.
Yeah.
You know, you're hip.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's why I like to play pickleball with you because I feel like I still got a little bit until you
Yeah.
turn around and yell at me like my family, and then I'm like, oh,
I think
Bridget.
it's important to yell at you to keep you humble on the court.
Oh, I'm not humble. You don't think?
No, you are, but
Wait, no.
sometimes-
You're right. What do I say sometimes? Johnny L's on fire tonight.
He did. He said, he looked at me serious. He goes, Johnny L's on fire.
I
the
do.
other day.
When I hit a really good shot, I just turn around and look at her and I go, man, I'm good tonight.
Well, I always tell him that I only yell at him if when he is a ball hog and it doesn't work out.
Okay, stand up. Stand up a second. We're gonna stand up. Now, here's what happens. Here's what she yells at me.
My pins
All right,
don't
she's
match.
on her
These are my
side of the
work
court.
pins.
She's on her side of the court. Stay there right there, Joe. That's
Okay.
it. Okay. Now, Johnny, bada bing, bada bing. I'm doing good. She's over here. She's hitting bada bing, bada bing. But sometimes, in order to fool the other team, she's back a little bit. They hit it on her side. I go flying over like this in front of her, right? And smash it sometimes. And sometimes I don't. And then she says,
He says it's to fool the other team,
yes.
but I think he's just a ball hog sometimes. And genuinely, if he gets the ball and we get the point, then I'm happy with it. If we don't,
Pressure.
he's getting yelled at.
And what did you say this week? You said something.
What did I say? I yelled at you?
You yelled at me a little bit.
I
You also
probably-
yelled at yourself. You got yourself because we were losing. Can we do the
Yeah, I was
pickleball
gonna say, let's
segment?
get into
Give us the
pickleball segment.
pickleball intro. Yeah, go. Willie! He's so free camera himself, by the way. So, Willie, throw it back. I want to show the audience that I can catch. There we go. Throw it right
Ready?
back. So this week, oh, man. So this week we played, the week before we went 5-0, Joe. We played some weak teams, though. So we move up in the standings. Now, this week we had to play some really good teams.
Yeah.
We were very competitive.
We were.
We went 2-3, but we were very competitive.
Those games.
Until the last game, we played the team that we hate the most.
Yeah.
And it's not the whole team. It's just the one guy.
One guy.
And he's not that good, all right? But so we were ready to destroy them.
Yeah.
What was the
terrible.
final score?
It was like 11-1.
11-1 we lost.
Wow.
We lost.
But you know what he does that I don't appreciate? He'll do one of these where he like slices the ball, so then it's like a little trick shot, so you can't totally get a read on it, and it bounces weird. And we were losing, and he kept doing that, and it was obnoxious. Okay.
Yes, and Bridget
I was pissed.
Kavanaugh was very upset.
I get a little competitive on the court.
And at one
I'm a
point, you
good
wanted to
sport.
run off the court. You said, "That's it."
No,
You said, "I'm out of here."
No,
Where you going?
I wasn't off the court. I was like, I'm done with this.
I'm done with this.
But I
See,
played.
and that's what happened to pickleball.
It
I
got
remember when it
serious.
was like old people and like Joe,
Still
you
old
should come.
people.
Well, I mean,
Still
like,
old people.
well, I hope older than us,
Wow.
but like
Yeah, no,
I've
like,
been
it's just going
known.
back and
competitive
forth.
now.
I've been
Now
known.
now you use words like hate. No,
Hate.
not
No,
hate.
not hate.
No,
Not hate.
you destroy.
Destroy.
Destroy was
Oh
one
yeah,
of them.
we get destroyed.
Right.
sometimes,
Yeah, there was no,
Yeah.
but this is some harsh.
But let
I
me-
mean, I want to because I did break my toe that year. You were
I know.
teaching me.
I
that
know.
was, but I want to take it back up. But I tell you, I'm a little intimidated.
You should
Well,
be.
come on,
Really?
Court, my
All right.
partner here.
I
But
wanna know my
I've
place.
been known with my daughter and Bridget Kavanaugh to have the best looking partners in the league, though. That's what I go for
deny
first.
that.
Best looking partner, athletic, right?
I'm pretty
And
athletic.
funny. You're very
I
athletic.
should hope.
Very athletic.
Yes, but I would like to say I'm a good sport, really, all of the time,
Hmm.
except for that time. He really got under my skin.
He did.
When I play in one of my nemesis, then
Nemesis,
things
see,
go
that's
out
another
the
one.
things go out the window.
All right. So we
Sounds
got
like-
some really great guests lined up. I sound like the Tonight Show or something, right? Really
Yeah.
great guests. But we do. We have some good guests tonight. Willie came from a distance. We got Paul Schneider, captain from LAFD, and we got the local friend Tom. Tom, pronounce that last name again. Demisa.
Tommy D.
Tommy D.
Tommy D.
He said, "Listen, just say Tommy D. You
Tommy
freaking
D.
idiot. You freaking idiot. Tommy D. All right, Tommy D. So we'll be back after this break with the rest of the show.
If you spent time downtown on 9/11 or in the 8 months after, you were exposed to toxic air and may be eligible for compensation from the $10 billion 9/11 Victim Fund. But most people who qualify still haven't claimed what they're entitled to.
I worked downtown. I didn't die. I was an office worker. I felt like there were others who deserved the money more than I did.
A major reason people haven't claimed the money they're due is guilt. They feel guilty claiming funds when others died or were first responders.
I heard there were 9/11 funds, but because I wasn't a first responder, I did not apply.
You do not have to be a first responder to qualify. This fund was created for everyone who worked, lived, or attended school south of Canal Street, who may have experienced or have experienced respiratory illness or any of the 68 cancers linked to the toxins. Even if you have a family history of cancer, there is a presumption linking most cancers to the toxins.
I thought it was too late to make a claim. My spouse worked downtown at a bank and died of cancer. Honestly, I just haven't felt up to it.
The government's $10 billion Victim Fund and Health Program have been permanently extended. You just need to have been below Canal Street on 9/11 or at any time in the following 8 months. To see if you qualify, call or go to 911fund.com to speak to a representative of Barasch and McGarry, lawyers for the 9/11 community.
There are many reasons people who are eligible for compensation are not stepping up to claim it. To those who are holding back, I would say just take the first step. Ask for help. Make the call. It's not too late.
I called and I qualified.
I qualify.
I qualify.
Millions of dollars remain unclaimed. You do not have to be seriously ill to qualify.
And we're back with Laughter Saves Lives, Paradise Studios,
We're not doing it live?
Strong Island Television. Here we are. And no, Willie, your shirt looks good. Willie's just walking behind us, testing his green shirt. We figured that was a very professional way to do it, and I think we pulled it off. Thank you, Willie. So our first guest, he was a captain, LA County Fire Department, 35 years on the jab. Say it, on the jab, right?
On the
35
jab.
on the jab.
On the job.
Um,
On the
And he's
job.
also involved for 36 years, or I got that backwards. No, I got it right, with the
Third generation.
third generation. We'll talk
Third
to him about
generation.
LA County Fire Museum. He's a little involved with that. Bridget Kavanaugh. Nice warm welcome for
Proud to-
Captain.
Well, I'm proud to say my
Paul-
son is second generation.
Captain Paul Schneider. That's right. Your son is great. Hey, Warren,
Thank you. Thank you.
how are you, brother?
Doing great. How are you guys doing?
But how you doing,
Good.
Cap?
LA, quickly, LA County, related for us do nods, as we say in New York. LA County, LA City, what's the difference?
Two different fire departments. LA City is within Los Angeles City, and LA County is the broader area around LA City. And we're a little bit larger number of fire stations. We cover a much greater area. And we like to tease them that they're just another little city in our big county.
I think
LA.
from remember teaching out there, LA County, isn't it the largest response area of any fire department in the country? Or am I wrong?
I think so. Yeah, it's a massive response area, and I can't remember how many square miles, but it's a massive area. San Bernardino County is actually bigger than our county, though. So they have a larger response area.
Okay. So you guys were recently involved, obviously, with these fires. Was that more in your area than LA City?
It was both. The Pacific Palisades fell into Los Angeles City Fire Department's jurisdiction, but we sent resources there as well. And our fire department responded heavily to the Altadena area, Pasadena area, and that surrounding locale. So we were very much heavily involved as well, just as much, if not more, than they were.
You know, if we were smart, we would have had a map so we could see.
Right.
You know, that would have been smart. That would have been like an organized show.
If we were prepared.
Yeah. If we spent more than 5 minutes preparing, then we would have. All right. So tell us what some of the job. Well, I want you have a question?
No,
Because I don't want to shut you down.
You got it.
Tell us one of the main jobs. What's different about fighting these fires in the woods there in the forest as opposed to what we do in buildings? How different is it?
It's just, it's very dynamic. LA County, LA City, any fire departments in the Southern California area have to be well versed in wildland behavior, in wildland fires, as well as structure fires and everything in between. It's so fast moving. I'm seeing fires on the East Coast in those large buildings you have when you're trying to push down a center hallway and the whole thing's, the wind's blowing in an open window on one end of the thing and sending the fire down that center hallway. Well, out here, the wind and the topography often work against us. And we can almost just count on a large fire breaking out whenever predicted winds are anything near what they were predicting for that particular fire. Things can change really fast. In this particular fire we just had, they had 90 to 100 mile an hour winds. And there's a lot of guys out here who have been on the fire department for a long time, been to scores and scores of wildland fires who've never experienced that level of intensity of wind. Dry fuel. Everything could be moist one day, and then the Santa Ana winds kick in, and it'll dry that fuel out so quickly. And then inevitably we get a start, and the fire will move extremely rapidly. And it's amazing to be standing in an entire neighborhood and you're looking around, you're completely surrounded by fire. Everything as far as you can see is on fire. And you're simply just trying to make a stand, and maybe you can save this one particular house and that will help save the house next door. Or maybe you control how quickly that house burns down so that you can save the house next door that's literally downwind.
Right.
Ember casts, it'll spot miles downwind from you. It'll loop around you depending on topography. It's just a crazy environment, and you'll get fire tornadoes. It's an amazing thing to see.
When I was in the FDNY, and I was assigned to an engine company in Brooklyn, New York. So when I went through the academy, for maybe 20 seconds, they showed us a rattan broom and an Indian pump and said, "You'll never see these." I go to an engine company that had a brush fire unit in it. That's all I did. I've been at fifth alarm, forget it jumps behind you. Yeah. We have a major highway behind us, and we stopped it. Next thing we knew, we turned the rigs around and we hit it the other way. It jumped behind us.
Yeah,
it's incredible how fast.
It's incredibly dynamic.
It's got to be scary for the average civilian who's not a firefighter, owns a small home, right? I mean, that's got to be the scary thing. Like, do I leave? Do I not leave? Do I try to defend my home, so to speak? What do I take? I can imagine. I mean, I have nothing of value. So in my house, it would, take the dog, and my family would take the dog before me. I know that.
Well, my house burned down.
That's
in Hurricane Sandy.
That's right.
Really?
I was under 5 feet of water, and they couldn't access any of the hydrants. I heard guys would try to dive underneath and try to hook up. But my house, I lost my house in Hurricane Sandy. First, it burned, just like yours. It was all exposure. The outside of my house was on fire. I went in. I could see like it was clear as day. I went, and then I did it. Make sure the kids were gone, and I jumped into the water and left. I know.
What an environment!
Oh,
that's amazing.
Yeah,
that's amazing. Yeah, the house burns from the outside in. It burns from the outside in.
And I saw balls this big just hitting the eave of a house. And then it blew out the windows.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah, it's incredible. And if you live in those environments, if you live in the areas that are susceptible to the we call the Santa Ana winds, you really need to you need to do a lot of pre-planning. And there's a lot of things you can do to minimize or reduce the risk of losing your house in that type of environment. And you have to know these fires. Our topography really hasn't changed in Southern California in the last 100 years. It's still the same canyons and draws and things like that, saddles. And so you can look at the history of where these fires start, where they're going to go. You know where they're going to go depending on where they start. And the winds come down from the northeast. So you need to know that where your house is or your structure is. You need to know that it's in one of those bad areas, and you need to be prepared for it. Be prepared to leave. And the type of vegetation you plant in your yard, it has a lot to do with it. We love out here. Everybody loves eucalyptus trees. One of the worst trees you can plant in an area. Cypress trees, things that blow up, that they just add to the problem. And then the type of structure and the siding and the type of roofing you have. There's so many little things you can do.
I was going to say though, the type of structure. Can you build a house that's fireproof?
There's houses in Altadena that were lost in the Glen Allen fire 30-something years ago. And I happen to know this because one of our guys in our museum was on a hand crew in the Glen Allen fire and tragically lost 2 of his crew members on that fire were burned to death. 2 others were nearly burned to death. And it took a very long time to rescue them, get them off the side of this hill. And houses were lost in that fire. And some of the houses that were lost in that fire were replaced with newer construction, fire-resistant construction. Those houses survived this most recent fire, and the fire was in the same location, came down to literally almost the same canyon. So, yes, there is things you can do. And years ago, we got rid of shake shingle roofs, which were terrible. Those things were absolutely terrible. Boxing in your eaves. There's a whole bunch of things. Fire-resistant type of exterior is huge.
Do you foresee new building codes coming down? Or...
Yeah, I would imagine. I would hope so. I would hope that they would do so, because here you have a chance with so much widespread destruction. I guess again, this is just my opinion, but hopefully that they'll weigh all that. All right, we need to get these people the ability to build their houses back as fast as possible. We can't burden them down with regulation and all these problems, and they can't build a house for 3 years.
I know.
But at the same time, there have been strides made in Southern California with the type of housing and type of construction you use to minimize this type of risk.
Right.
So they could throw that into that and start building these houses with that in mind, and really help make those houses much more defensible. So we'll see.
Anything? I don't want because I know Richie always yells at me. I talk to him.
No,
Oh.
good. I'm interested in listening.
No, I tell you, after my construction, the one major difference was all new construction had to have sprinklers at the house. I have 32 heads in my house.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and that's all well and good, but on a wildland fire, what we have this problem, you all of a sudden you don't have water, and once the fire is inside that, remember these houses, wildland fire, the house is going to burn from the outside in.
Yeah.
Once that roof's going, it's going to overwhelm.
Yeah,
it's going to overwhelm all that. So you need to keep the fire out.
Now, how did you get involved with the fire museum? I always say museum wrong. Did I say it correctly? Museum.
No, you got it.
Thank you. Because my family's always correct me. I say music. What do I say? Museum. Anywho, and I think I asked you this on the phone or on one of. Is that the firehouse that was shown in the famous TV show?
Which
the
one?
TV show from LA County.
That's our fire station 127, and they did a lot of exterior filming at fire station 127 in the city of Carson.
Oh, I was told the fire museum was that firehouse. That's not true.
No.
Okay,
no.
All right.
No.
He was mistaken.
We built this in partnership with the city of Bellflower. Bellflower funded the construction of a brand new facility for us, which we opened in July of 2018, and right around the corner from that, we purchased about a 10,000 square foot warehouse that became our workshop. And then we rent another 14,000 square foot warehouse about 8 miles away. And we rented that. We started renting that in 1995. And then in 2008, we bought a building. We moved into Bellflower. We used a building for free that was owned by the city. We bought that building from them about 8 years later in 2014-16. When we opened a brand new building in 2018. We have over 70 antique fire apparatus, fire engines. And I don't know, engines, ladder trucks, all sorts of stuff, going back to the 1850s all the way up to 2006, I think is our newest piece.
And do you rent those spaces for like different events with the fire?
Our new facility, our new facility upstairs, we built that building. We designed that building to be a fire department themed event center. So we could showcase our history, but also have a place where we could have fire department related events, but the public can also rent it as well. Upstairs is a banquet space that can accommodate 300 people. It has an in-house kitchen that is managed by another separate entity. We didn't want to get into the catering business. Let somebody who knows what they're doing do that. And so they basically run upstairs. We run downstairs. We work together. We'll do pre-events downstairs in our showroom where all of our fire apparatus are located. Cool. And we move stuff around to accommodate, a cocktail hour, things like that. We do a lot of retirement things, recruit graduation dinners and stuff like that to support our department and our personnel in our space.
Excellent, Cal. We have about a minute left, and you know where I'm going with this. You know that we want to come out there and do a show in memory of my guys to raise some money for a charity you guys support.
Yeah.
Hopefully get a sponsor or two so we can get these respondents that dealt with these fires discounted tickets, free tickets.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about the possibility. I know I've been harping on it and messaging you guys every other day.
Yep.
So
I'll be talking to our board of directors about it next week. And I went to New York in November of 2001 and attended a bunch of memorial services. Went to Ground Zero, and I would love to see this. Love to have you guys out here. It's obviously any firefighter in the world that's been around since 9/11. It's near and dear to our hearts to do anything we can to help support you guys as well.
Well, we're looking forward to it, and we're hoping we can make it happen. I know you're trying hard. Cap, thanks so much for taking the time. We'll be in touch, and we'll see you soon.
Great. Sounds good. Thank you for everything, and I appreciate you having me on.
LA County Fire Department, and he's also involved with the Fire Museum. Let's see. Are we going to break? I don't remember. Yes, we're going. Thank you. We're going to break. We'll be right back with Tommy D.
I'm sorry to bother you, but I have 30 seconds to give you a very important message. My name is Arthur Lee. I'm the CEO inventor of LifeVac, a a simple choking rescue device that could save a life in a choking emergency. We've saved over 3,000 lives now, but we're not there. 5,000 people a year choke to death, 1 child every 5 days. Please consider protecting your family in a choking emergency with LifeVac. Go to lifevac.net today. Thank you for your time.
And we're back with Laughter Saves Lives, live from Strong Island Television and Paradise Studios. And we're bringing out our next guest. This guy is the nonprofit sector connector, among 10 other things.
That's right.
Please welcome Tommy D.
Tommy D.
What's up, boys and girls? What's going on? How we doing?
Are you having fun?
I'm doing. Listen, man. You know what? I'm having an awesome time. Let's go Mets, by the way.
Let's go Mets.
You want to know what
Let's
I met
go
today?
Mets.
I saw that hat, by the way. My business
Hey,
partner
Bridget,
had
hey.
it on.
Isn't that nice?
Let's go
What
Mets.
did she say?
Shout out to the Mets.
What does that say? Hey, Bridget.
What was on that? Hey, Bridget,
Oh,
Slancha.
Slancha. That's right. That's what my shirt says.
Oh,
Slancha.
okay.
Today was the St. Patrick's Day party for the Queens Chamber of Commerce. That's where I came from.
Right.
Guess who I met?
Who?
Used to be the center fielder for our New York Metropolitans.
Mookie.
I got a picture.
my
Oh my God,
favorite.
is he your favorite? I was
Here's
hanging
my-
out with him.
here's my second
Have you
favorite.
ever met Mookie?
Never
Dude,
met
the
him.
coolest guy.
yeah.
All right,
Nemo's
come
my
on.
second favorite because
Really?
he hustles, but I love
No,
Mookie.
Mookie is the best. And here's the thing about it
He's
too.
the-
He's got the beard like I got.
Right,
But,
right.
Dude,
right.
we got the same amount of white hair. I'm 47. He's 69.
People thought you were twins.
No,
Oh,
no, they thought I was older.
Oh, all right.
Really?
All right.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, he's a great guy.
no,
First
he's
class.
incredible. And I hung out with him a little bit after. I said, listen, how can we have you come out, do some stuff with us? I
Nice.
do a lot, like you said, the nonprofit sector connector. I do a lot with the nonprofit.
So let's start with that.
Well, let's do that.
Where'd you
then,
get
sure.
involved with that? Because what is your main job? Your main job
So
in
got
life.
Little swag, right?
Okay, good,
Vanguard
good.
Benefits. Shout out to my
Right.
partners, my team over Vanguard Benefits. We're an employee benefits agency. So think about it. When people go to work, they get their health insurance and their benefits from their job. That's what we do. We're the brokers who bring that. You know what? I'm used to being in my attic. I do my show. Come on, guys, make a little bit
My
of
attic.
Tommy D's here. So I do my show, Philanthropy and Focus, the main show for my attic, and that sort of came out of us at Vanguard Benefits. Decided about 8 years ago. Are we touching knees?
Yes,
Yes,
Is that
yes.
cool?
Rubbing.
Is that all right?
That's fine.
All right,
Yeah,
good.
Come on in.
So thank you. So we made a decision. We really wanted to work in the nonprofit sector. And just last week, I did the 201st episode of Philanthropy and Focus. What is that? You might say. Why don't you ask me? I'll tell you.
What is that?
Philanthropy and Focus.
Right.
Funny you should ask.
Good question.
Funny you should
Yes.
ask. Great question.
I'm full
So
of it.
here's what it is. Every week on my show, I interview an executive director of a nonprofit. I like to say to help them tell their story and amplify their message.
Nice.
So nonprofits are critically important. I mean, that's how we met.
Yes.
A couple weeks ago, doing my show, I'm interviewing 2 women from the Nest at Nassau Community College, which is a food pantry, my alma mater. I went to Nassau many, many years ago. And I'm interviewing them, and I said, you know what? You guys need to know my buddy Lonnie Sherman, because Lonnie Sherman runs an organization called General Needs.
Good man, Lonnie.
Right? So I called Lonnie after my show because I got a bit of the ADHD. And that, have you heard? I know we talked about it the other day. One of my kids sneezed on me, and I'm pretty sure that's how you get the ADHD. No,
I got news for you.
It's not that?
I don't think so.
all right, so I tried. I'm supposed to be the straight man. You got all these comedians around, So I called Lonnie, and it was like this. It was just like boom, 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 boom. And he goes, you got to meet this guy, John. He does comedy shows for nonprofit organizations.
That was nice,
So I
Lonnie.
said, you know what? I called you up, and we've had a couple of conversations like this. So I think what you're doing, certainly shout out to all FD guys. I got a lot of friends on the job, and it's incredibly important to recognize this type of work. And
We
love
try,
when
like
guys-
you do, we try to recognize when we had LA County.
I will love that. I was sitting
Yeah.
there in the audience going, wow, this is great. That's why when you didn't ask any questions, I was the same way, because I was just totally jazzed and just watching the show. So
We try to shine a spotlight on a lot of heroes out there
Yeah.
who are running foundations,
100%.
nurses, whoever, because there are people out there, as you know, around this country that are doing really
All
good
the time.
work,
Every day.
volunteering
Right.
all the time, and there's so much negativity.
Yeah, but
Give me the word.
Negativity?
Negativity.
yeah, you don't even want to say the word.
I can't even say that
I
because
like
I'm
that.
still not. Negativity out there. There's so many positive things going on,
Dude, but here's my answer to that. That's about checking in. Where do you want to be, right? Like if you want all that garbage. I know you
Yep.
said don't curse. I never curse on my
No,
show
you
either.
curse.
But all that crap, if you want to plug into that, it's there for you, man.
Oh.
It's there. It's
Oh,
all
yeah.
there. You can find it on your phone. You can find it on TV.
Down a rabbit
If
hole.
you
and-
want to
yep.
spend time with people changing the world, making the world a better place, we were sitting out here in the green room, you and I talking before, and you said you spoke to my friend Lauren Vlachos earlier today, right? She is the executive director of the Alzheimer's Disease Resource Center, right? I'm emceeing her event out at Stony Brook, and she said to you, we better make sure we pitch the event. So it's a Stony Brook, it's a caregiver
Well, she
conference.
didn't say that.
I'm kidding.
She didn't say,
Lauren, I love you. Lauren, I love
you. She said,
you.
hey, if you could mention the event, and Tommy D, I'm sure will do it. And you did it seamlessly.
Yeah.
Yes,
very nice.
Yeah.
Very smooth.
He is smooth.
Like
Tommy
butter.
D is
Like
smooth.
butter.
Like
Like butter. Alzheimer's Disease Resource Center Educational Conference, March 20th, which is next Thursday, from 9 to 4 out at Stony Brook. I did it last year. I wore a lavender suit.
Nice.
Because why wouldn't you?
Why
if
wouldn't
you
you?
have one, it's not supposed to hang in a closet. What I was saying though, that event you should plug in, and you have more than one.
2 lavenders.
Why? Just in case you want to wear it more than
Well,
once.
it gets 30.
I
I
understand.
want to wear it 2 days in a row.
I like that. So I wear that out there to just be, I'm in front of the room. The whole thing.
Yeah, I love it.
What I was saying though, that type of work that Alzheimer's Disease Resource Center does, the work that Options for Community Living does for people living with HIV and AIDS and battling mental health issues, which we're going to talk about mental health in a second. That's what I want to plug into. We decide every day, where do you want to spend your time?
That's right.
I'm having a riot watching you guys because it's like, you probably remember Ricochet Rabbit. Bing, bing, bing.
That's
I'm
us.
watching you. The dopamine is all over the place. I'm saying, let's interview this guy. Or let's talk about Barasch and McGarry. I'm like, this is awesome, right? But that's where you choose, in my opinion, you choose where you want to spend your time and who you want to spend your time with. By the way, I saw this hat because my business partner was down with Steve Cohen in Florida. And I love that you had one. So I heard you.
Did you just drop the Steve Cohen? Did you hear him drop the Steve Cohen?
Well,
my business
started,
partner, Steve Cohen.
No. My business partner is not Steve Cohen.
No,
my
I
business
know,
partner,
but still.
Ed Probst. Shout out to Ed Probst, Vanguard Benefits. But he was down there. I said, hey, did you see the new hat while you're down there? He's the guy who showed me the picture of him and Steve Cohen. So my point is, what I'm doing is, I'd like one of those hats. And I heard you going down to Florida. So,
jeez, I'm gonna have to bring
gotta
a credit
buy a lot
card.
of
I was speaking with him on the phone, and I
gotta
gotta
get
go, hey,
two
I'm
now,
down in
two
spring
now.
training. I said, get me a hat.
of course,
What?
why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I know you love that hat and you don't want to give that one up, so I'll take one.
He couldn't have just said, listen, are you having a good time down there? Yeah, Joe, I'm having a good time. Hey, when you see one of those, I can't say no to Joe.
No, how could you?
You know, I can't
Joey
say no.
Nips. You said, right?
Joey Nips.
Joey Nips.
Yeah.
Well, you a guy like
That
name
is-
like that. how
Tommy
you say
D.
No? One and only, babe.
Oh, how
The
you
kid.
doing?
They call me El Nino, right? I call myself that, the kid El Nino. I go on my show. I go, the one and only, the kid, the nonprofit sector connector, El Nino, right? My kids go, no one calls you that, and I go, no, I call me that. So, but
Would you have a nickname?
No.
Why not?
I call you.
Would
Bri-
I? Or
What
do
would
I?
be your? Because I call you Bridge.
That's a good name, Bridie.
I call
Bridie's
it
a great
Bridge
name.
on the court.
Yeah, you do.
Nobody else calls you Bridge.
No, people do.
Oh.
That pickleball sounds. I play a
Well,
little
that's
bit. But
like
you guys are into it.
That's like
Do you play?
I mess around. I'm not. Gonna,
I
would like to
love
play with-
teaching people.
Oh,
When the
so
weather
then
gets nicer.
so you can play inside right now?
Yeah, we're inside now, but
Yeah.
when the weather gets nicer,
Yeah.
we'll go out. I'm gonna get a few
Dude,
people.
it's so popular.
It
We
is.
did it down. So I live up on North Shore. and
Just
we-
gotta be
vicious. They're
careful you don't
vicious.
get
They're
hurt.
vicious.
Why?
If you
If
just
you're
go
hurt,
in and hit a
listen.
ball,
Why? You got hurt?
If you're out of
broke my
shape,
toe.
if you're out of shape, you
And
may
he
get
laughed
hurt.
at me. He laughed.
Yeah, but see, I broke my big toe. That's a terrible thing.
Oh,
terrible.
yeah,
Oh, it
why?
is.
Because you know how I broke it? Because I have 4 children and they leave
You
lacrosse.
kicked one of them.
No,
Oh,
no. We're on live. We're
oh,
on
I'm
TV and
sorry.
everything. I don't hurt my. Really?
Well, I didn't think
How
you
am I
hurt
going to
him.
come back here? I thought I'd be here once a month with you guys, and now they're going to. 4 children. There's
Sorry.
lacrosse sticks. There's baseball gloves. I tripped.
Mhm.
But I blamed all of them. I went in the house. What happened was, as I'm coming down to like get my footing, I came down like this. So just
Ouch.
when I went to the emergency room, they said you basically like pulverized. It
Nice.
just
Oh, God.
exploded
Nice.
inside. So I had that little cart. You know that little cart? The little wheels.
Yeah.
Did you have one?
Yeah,
No.
it's good for the
it's fun.
supermarket. If
I
they
got a
go
boot.
online and
I did a
Oh, you had
boot. Yeah, the boot was
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
I didn't have the cart. The boot was
No,
nice.
the cart's fun.
he didn't have an injury,
Yeah.
but he had the boot.
But what, you made fun of him?
No, I said he
Oh.
didn't even
No,
have
but
an
you made
injury.
fun
He
of,
just
he
had
said you made fun of him when he got hurt.
Did I make fun of you when you
He
got hurt?
giggled.
A little bit.
Yeah, I might have
Little
laughed too. I don't know if I could.
And then I don't think it's
You know
broke.
what? When you're
Then it turned
at
purple.
your lowest, your good friends
Of
are going to
course.
make fun of you.
Yeah.
You want, no, but you check to see if he's all right.
Oh,
Once
of
you know
course.
he's not dead, he's
Oh,
all right.
of
It's
course.
funny. Now it's funny.
Now
You
it's
know,
funny.
you understand that?
Yeah, absolutely.
When I had this unending bloody noses at the firehouse, you weren't there yet, I don't think.
No.
Bleeding in the bathroom, and everybody's walking in, walking out, walking in, I saw your bloody nose. Looking at it. 5 days later, I had surgery.
What happened?
I had a
Some of
clamp
your
an
brain-
artery.
Some of your brain.
Not a
Yeah.
tumor.
Listen, I want to make sure you get every deal. I want to make sure you get every
right.
deal.
Yeah,
What else
yeah.
did you want to talk about?
Who was it? Here it is. That's what they pulled out of my head. But
Pull this out of your head. Looks clean. It comes out of your brain. You think it would be messy.
That's the John
Who is this?
Santo ball.
Who is it?
No, that's a free ball that
Yeah,
I got.
if I had this
from my
today,
buddy.
Mookie could have said. Did I tell you I
There you
saw
go.
Mookie today?
I think you did.
So,
Really?
Yeah, a couple
On the
things.
Mets.
Can we get Mookie on as a guest?
Probably. I'll
You
text
would-
him.
all right,
I'll text
all right.
him. But here's what I could do. Here's what I really want to just tell you guys, because I don't know.
Go.
I could go for 3 hours on this stuff, but Philanthropy and Focus, I'm always looking to partner up with nonprofit organizations, as I say, to help them tell their story. So if you're out there, Tommy D at Philanthropy and Focus, PHOCUS.com. Hook me up because I want to get you on the show. I've done 201 episodes. I'm going to do 5,000. That means I need help. The next thing is I do a show called Long Island Changemakers at North Shore TV. Great show. Love it. But here's what's most important that I really want to tell you about. It's a show called #Ending the Stigma Together, because I believe we must end the stigma around serious mental illness and the conversation about mental health in general.
Mhm.
So on that show, we've done 10 episodes. I haven't released any of them yet. But on that show, it's all about people through a different lens. Sometimes it's a therapist, sometimes it's a peer advocate, all different folks that come on the show to talk about mental health, because I
like
believe
it.
we got to normalize the conversation. We must do it. Last thing I'll say, and then you guys can throw me out when you have to, is we do a show called The Professionals and Animal Lovers Show, which is all about animal welfare, animal advocacy.
You are awesome.
Listen, man, here's the thing. I'm not, when I say I have ADHD, I don't mean it as I have ADHD. No, I got the whole thing, man. Like
Yeah,
the
me
whole
too.
deal.
Me
And I
too.
love it because I'm constantly looking, Kavanaugh, I'm constantly looking for
Kavanaugh!
cool stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
I know. I've been watching the ADHD compete between
Yeah.
them the whole time.
So at least
Great.
I would be.
Are you on the meds? I
I
can't ask you that. HIPAA.
HIPAA.
HIPAA. I'm on the meds.
This is a family show. I don't want to talk about
HIPAA.
medication.
I'm on the
I don't
meds.
talk about
I'm on the meds.
medication.
Listen,
Yes.
you're awesome.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me here. This
Oh,
is a
you
lot of
kidding
fun.
me? No,
Can
you're
I
gonna be
come-
back.
Can I come back?
You're
again?
gonna, yeah.
Like next Wednesday?
Well, a year or two.
Oh,
But
cool.
you'll
Well,
be
that's-
back.
At least it's an invite.
You are awesome.
I appreciate it.
I love
Thank
what
you.
you're doing.
I love what you guys are
Thank
doing.
you.
This show's a lot of fun. This is
Thank
a lot
you
of
so
fun.
much.
Thank you for having me. Slancha. Happy
Bridget,
St. Pat's.
Kavanaugh.
Happy St. Pat's every day.
We will be back with our comic, Willie Zabar from New York City.
I'm sorry to bother you, but I have 30 seconds to give you a very important message. My name is Arthur Lee. I'm the CEO and inventor of LifeVac, a simple choking rescue device that could save a life in a choking emergency. We've saved over 3,000 lives now, but we're not there. 5,000 people a year choke to death, one child every 5 days. Please consider protecting your family in a choking emergency with LifeVac. Go to lifevac.net today. Thank you for your time.
About
Yeah.
wherever you. Hey, we're back.
Hey.
On After Saves Lives live with Bridget Kavanaugh, Joe Nips, and we have our comic Willie Zabar from New York City.
Hey, thanks for having me.
You have a famous name.
Yes.
You know, there's a Zabar in New York City. One's a firefighter. He used to shop at a store there. Any relation, Willie?
Yeah, the Upper West Side.
You
Yeah,
kidding?
yeah. It's my family's business.
Wow. One location?
One location. Yeah,
Wow.
I'm not
Good
here to
stuff.
advertise though.
Good stuff,
Did
right?
you work there?
Yeah. I was starting at 16. I worked there holidays, summers, stuff like that.
Really?
And then I was working there until like 2 summers ago. I was doing the social media.
So he was like 16. He's like the
Is it a
son
regular
of-
grocery store or is it like a deli?
It's like a deli. It's like a Jewish deli specialty shop.
Oh, jelly juice. So if I want a provolone, I
Yeah.
want the deli.
Yeah,
Can I get
exactly.
it?
Absolutely. Yeah, we got all the
Absolutely.
Italian greats too. Yeah,
Really?
absolutely.
So let me ask you, so like
Yeah.
somebody walks in, right?
Yeah.
And like, what do they tell you want a sandwich?
Yeah.
A hero?
We do more like the
Well,
deli
what do you
sandwich.
call it?
like
What do
a
you call it?
rye.
What do you call
Oh,
it?
what's a sandwich? A sandwich.
Not a
We
hero.
don't do the hero submarine giant.
What
We
about
don't,
Subway?
we don't do that kind of bread.
Submarine.
Yeah, we don't do the submarine.
What about a hoagie?
I think those terms are all acceptable in my mind. We just don't have
What?
that kind
How
of
do you
bread.
feel on that?
I'm
You feel
going
like
hero.
you're going with hero.
Here's
Yeah.
good.
Sandwich.
Hoagies are like South Jersey, aren't they? Hoagies.
Hoagie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I
But
wasn't
it's
going to
not-
mention. I wasn't going to drop.
All right,
you know.
so Willie, let's
Yeah.
get back
Yeah,
to Willie.
yeah.
We invited
Sure.
him here and he came on the train.
Yeah.
Willie, so you now, how did you get involved with stand up? I mean, you're a family business, very successful.
Well, I mean, part of you kind of do shtick behind the counter because people get impatient and you
You're
keep them
right.
entertained that actually don't pay attention to how slowly you're slicing their meat. And that's a big thing, especially at the fish counter, which I never graduated up to. But you know, these guys, they're basically doing stand-up routines back there. They have like prepared material, they got shtick, they got things they're saying. So I learned from the other guys, you gotta keep the customers engaged. And then sometimes they'd let me do the intercom announcements, like, hey, we're gonna be closing in 15 minutes.
Whoa, you moved up to that.
I did, but then I got banned from doing it.
Oh, what did you do?
I was doing bits. I was just doing bits on the intercom. And I did one, and then I hear like intercom. Willie Zabot at the front of the store. Willie Zabot at the front. I'm like, oh boy. And I go, and the general manager is like, this is not a comedy club. This is the place of business. Do you have any idea how many people came up to me and complained? I'm like, I mean, did they get out of the store because it's closed?
No one thought it was funny.
Any
My
funny
coworkers
sto-
thought
Any funny stories about the store? Any funny incidents that you could share?
Well, so when I was working there recently, I was kind of standing around, and my uncle Saul came up to me. He's 96 years old. He's still in charge of the business. I'm minding my own business. He comes over, kind of shuffles over, goes, Willie! I'm like, yes. He goes, what do you do here? Remind me why I'm paying you. And I say, Saul, I do the social media. He's like, oh, what does that mean? I'm like, I mean, I take pictures. I take videos. I try to make Zabars look good to the rest of the world. And Saul looks at me and goes, oh, so propaganda?
96.
96. I'm like, yeah, basically, yeah. Big pro Zabars propaganda. And he looks at me, he's like, good,
Willie.
We need
Good.
somebody doing that. Yeah, Saul's the man. He's still there.
And, you know, I was reading your
96.
bio because that's what we do here 3 minutes before the show goes on the air.
Right.
And I see, and you must have told me this because you did a show first at the Fire
Yeah, I did.
Museum.
Before it
Did I
was-
say it right?
No.
The
That
museum.
You butchered it that
Museum.
time. You just skipped
I
the
said
EM.
museum.
You said
Right.
museum.
At the Fire Museum
Mhm.
Right.
in New York City.
Yes, before it
we
was
did a show.
condemned, yeah.
And that was a fun night.
That was a fun night.
That was a fun night. But I didn't know you were a volley.
Yeah.
Still to this
Still,
day.
yeah. It's
Wow.
a seasonal gig, but yeah, I'm doing
All
it in the
right.
summertime. I'm out in Fire Island. Yeah.
Fire Island, okay.
Yeah, and stuff like.
All right.
So Fire Island now, do they put you up overnight?
No, so my only for the medics. We have like a paid medic program, and then there's a program where there's like a room or a house in the village where they'll be put up for a while. But it's mostly for people that like my folks stay out there,
Right.
And so I'll stay with them, and then
Right.
respond from there. But there's no cars, so everyone's on bicycles to get to the firehouse.
Wow.
And I've got 3 older brothers, and they're all in the department as well. So like when the pager goes off, you get like all 4 of the Zabar brothers running out of the house, jumping on separate bicycles, and just charging over the
isn't it
firehouse.
like-
Bike.
I want like a 4-person
Yeah,
tandem.
like a
They make
4-person,
them.
that'd be
I think
smart.
that'd be more efficient.
Isn't it like Saving Private Ryan? There can't be 4 Zabars on the same truck.
They try not to put us all on the same hose line.
Ah,
Yeah, that's the
all
rule.
right.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they try, but you know, there's staffing problems. It's a volunteer operation. You know, you do what you can do. You know,
How many brothers?
4 total. I'm the youngest.
In a department of 5.
Pretty much.
Probably. So you grew up in New York City.
Yes.
You see how cool I looked down at the
Yeah,
bio and
it's
seamless.
Nice.
Seamless like I've been doing this my whole life, Willie. Right?
Right.
You sit there and go, wow, John has interviewed a lot of people.
No.
John's an idiot, but he's carrying it. Willie,
Yeah.
you grew up in New York City. I grew up in New York City, but I grew up
Yeah.
in Queens. Okay.
Okay.
I always thought, oh, New York City, where do kids play? There's not enough parks. The basketball courts are probably so. Where did you grow up in the city, and how was that?
I grew up uptown, so I had access to like Riverside Park and Central Park,
Okay.
which was really nice. And it wasn't like oh, like go out, you know, come back at dinner. It was still like pretty supervised until I was maybe like 12, like 10, 11, 12 years old. And I was like, you know, taking the bus or subway to meet a friend. But like there was stuff to do, but it wasn't we didn't have like free reign of the city. But what was cool is that they're all like museums and plays and movies. Like there's always something to do.
Oh yeah,
is
well, it's
great.
a different lifestyle. Like what did we do? We
Well,
got
instead
to
of playing house, you play tenement.
we could play though with a stick and a rock for a good 2 hours to keep us
Oh
busy.
yeah, well,
You know?
it's our attention span.
Yeah. That's so funny. What about you?
What
You're a
about
youngster.
me?
You're a
I grew
youngster.
up out here. I had a yard.
Yeah,
You had a yard
Yeah,
growing
Must be
up?
nice.
really.
Spoiled, I had a yard.
Trees.
Must
Yeah,
be
I-
nice.
I actually had a
Trees
yard
all
growing up.
Wow.
Did?
I had a peach tree.
Really?
I had a peach
In
tree in my
Queens?
yard. Yeah.
You're
Did they
the
put
only
them?
peach
They
tree
make
in
wine
Queens.
with them. They do
Peach
the wine.
wine?
Well, no, really, you're Italian,
I am, but I'm really
and
a
you
big-
never put the
Wow.
peaches in the wine.
No.
Like
Why
a
we gotta
sangria?
talk? Like yes, it's like a sangria. Very,
No.
Yeah.
You sell that in the
Really?
store? Peach wine?
No, we don't really sell any wine these days.
No wine?
Beer though. We got beer.
So tell us a little bit more about Richie hates when I put you on the spot. What else are you doing to stand up? You talk about the deli, you talk about the family, growing up in Manhattan.
Yeah, I talk about the volunteer firefighting stuff.
Oh, you
And
do?
yeah, because I'm performing in New York City a lot, like talking about the difference between, you know, Follies and FDNY, because again, I never want to give people the wrong impression. You don't want to pretend you're doing something that you're
Right.
not
Well,
doing.
I need some new material, so let me hear it. So
Well,
I
okay.
can steal it.
I'm not saying it works, but that's what
will
I
say
do.
This though, the
Yeah.
mustache is versatile because it works in a deli and the fire
Yes.
department.
The must. Yeah.
Look at
Yeah.
the
It
does.
mustache.
It does.
It absolutely
screams
does.
deli or fire department.
Especially
Then not
behind
if
the
I
meat
grew a
counter.
mustache. If you
No.
see pictures of me with my mustache back in the day, and I was skinny, I looked just horrible. Horrible.
I think you should grow it out.
Okay. No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna grow it out.
All right. well,
I'd look terrible, and then it would be probably gray. I'm getting old.
Then,
Yes.
what high?
Anyway.
Where'd you go to school in Manhattan?
I went to school up in the Bronx.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I went to Chelsea on Spring Street.
Oh, nice.
Really?
Did you really?
And that's where the Fine Museum
Wow.
in there.
Yeah, right there,
On Spring
yeah.
Street.
Yes.
Have they
Full
reopened it
circle.
yet? Because I know it was
Not
shut
that I
down for a
know
while.
of.
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
that's a
but I
really
saw an
cool
event.
museum.
I saw an event, but it might maybe just raising money to open it up
Got
again.
Okay.
I saw some fundraiser recently because we wanted to go back there.
Yeah.
That was fun. That was fun.
I don't think it was our fault, right? We didn't bring down the house so bad that there's structural damage. Maybe.
know.
Maybe we killed so hard that no one can go back in.
I don't know if you remember that show, but they were having they had the blender like 3 feet from the stage. Do you remember those firefighters? I didn't know firefighters drank so many mixed drinks at the last
I
night.
didn't realize.
Oh, it probably was the wives, right? More the wives. Is that male chauvinist?
Yeah, that's chauvinist.
It is,
yeah.
right?
You can't put pina coladas on the menu of a comedy show.
No,
Yeah,
because the
that.
blender was right there, and it was like, "Brrr!"
I'm like, oh,
Billy
that's.
Saber!
Damn, I mean,
I'm like, that's why I bombed. Okay, great.
No,
great.
no,
I have an
it was
excuse
material.
now. Oh,
It
it
was
was the.
material.
it was- yeah.
It wasn't. No, that was a fun night.
It was good.
So, where have you been performing lately?
A little bit like Broadway comedy club, some stuff at the Pit, just kind of all over working it up. Doing stuff at Under St. Mark's Theater. I like that a lot. Now that the Crane Theater's closed, all those shows are moving over to Under St. Mark's. So,
All right. Well, Bridget and I want to bring a Laughter Saves Live show into
Yeah.
Manhattan.
Yeah.
Maybe we can work
let's
together.
figure something out.
Yeah.
That'd be
Do
great.
something. You know what it is? The advertising. How do you get people in the door when you're like,
I mean, I guess you got to book
Social
people
media.
with huge followings. You know what I mean? You got to
yeah.
right.
book someone that's got like 10 or like 100,000 followers and hope they promote it. You know,
Ooh, look at that.
so
it
not
takes
me.
just takes one. Yeah, not me.
Not us.
Oh, no.
Not
Not
us.
us.
That's tough.
Not us. We could only
Well-
draw 2 for pickleball. We're lucky.
Yeah,
Well,
seriously.
you play any pickleball?
No, I haven't yet.
Like I said,
People love it.
when the summer rolls around, we'll have a Laughter Saves Lives barbecue pickleball
That'd be
day.
great.
Just
I heard it's
teaching the
pretty
game,
violent.
playing, laughing,
They're
having a little hot dog from Zabar's.
Why
They
not?
said the Hebrew National dogs.
We sell those and we sell around.
They're the best.
Yeah.
They're the best. I'm doing it every 2 weeks now. I'm having hot dogs every 2
Oh, yeah?
weeks.
Are
Really?
you?
Yeah, I'm on this kick. You know what? It brings back memories. I'll tell you when my mom
Yeah.
was alive. Well, back when we were kids, every Saturday, my mom wasn't a good cook.
Mhm.
She once put chocolate mix instead of breadcrumbs in the meatloaf.
Oof.
We didn't know the difference. We ate it because it was like it doesn't taste good, but it's something else she tried.
It's hot.
Yeah. But every Saturday she used to do hot dogs and sauerkraut. She used to throw them in a pot, and that was
Boiled or boiled hot dog?
boiled hot dogs.
Boiled hot dog.
And so I call it gin day. My mother was
Mm.
Virginia gin. So if I want to have a gin day, it's like I'm
Right.
going to have hot dogs for lunch.
I love
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's cute.
She was my biggest fan.
Oh.
I think my only fan.
it.
No, you got a couple.
No.
Couple?
Yeah.
Is that including
Not
yourself?
me. No.
Ah.
Of course, me.
Yeah, she's funny. She's funny. So what else? What else you talk about? Can you give us the one little story?
Well,
Little-
sure. Yeah. One thing I'll talk about sometimes on stage is growing up with people like hearing my last name and kind of freaking out because it's like it's a Jewish deli and my family running it. For most people, that's a fun fact, but for other Jews from New York, that's overwhelming. Like people freak out. Like at my first day at Hebrew school, the teacher is doing attendance. She goes like, "Willie Zabar," takes off her glasses. As in Zabars? And I was like, "Yeah." And she goes, "Oh my god, I can't believe I'm talking to a Zabar." A
that was an
Zabar.
A.
What was that?
That was an A in that class.
I got that. Yeah, exactly.
There
Got
you
the
go.
A for a Zabar. And I didn't get it. I like didn't understand that it was a big deal. I was like 8 years old. She goes, "You don't get it. You're New York Jewish royalty."
Really?
I was like, "Oh, me, a deli prince? I can get behind that. Hell yeah." That
You have
sounds.
a pastrami sandwich there?
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
big-
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
like that
I love
other-
making them because you take it out of the steamer,
Not
you
like
make it
that other
hot.
place on House.
Are you guys like rivals
Okay,
with cats?
good.
We're kind of. I mean, my brother
I need
was
to bring them
in the
up.
same grade as
Okay.
the heiress to the Katz's family,
Oh.
and on
Oh,
parents' night, the
really?
parents have tried to,
Yeah.
get them together, but they were not into it. They had nothing else in common.
Okay.
I have to say, Zabar's a little more accessible though than Cats. I mean, the area I think is a little easier to get to. No,
I mean, it's definitely easier to get into the building. I mean, Cats is,
Yeah.
there's a line. It's
Yeah.
Well,
little
you know,
it's a different beast. I mean, we like the Cats as people. They're a very nice family.
right.
Um, And it's a different, you know, it's a restaurant. It's a sit down
Yeah.
restaurant. You know,
Right.
We're a store or a grocery store. So
Okay.
like, and the fact is like us and like Russ and Daughters were some of the last ones left. And people like to think that we're in competition, but really our competition is like the big stores, like Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we all kind of know each other and we like each other. So the
That would
rivalry
be a
is
nice night
overstated.
out to go into the city, go to Zabar's, have a nice sandwich, and hang out at a comedy club.
Sandwich.
I said sandwich.
No, say it's nice.
I said sandwich.
You said
Oh, all
sandwich.
right. You have a good Reuben?
Yeah.
Oh, I love a good Reuben. You like a Reuben?
Yeah.
No enthusiasm.
I mean, you know.
Yeah.
It's okay if you don't.
No, you gotta love a Reuben.
I liked it.
Kasha or regular knish?
For me personally, I'm a big like onion knish guy.
Really?
But I'll do a
Okay.
kasha every now and
All
again.
right.
you know?
What's the round one versus the square one?
Yes.
Is that what I'm talking
Yes.
about? You make sandwiches on the knish?
You can, yeah, knish witch.
Yeah. Ooh.
Candido.
We're talking
Oh,
about
oh,
diabetes
oh,
up the
yeah.
wazoo.
Cut it, corned beef, a little mush.
Delicious.
Oh.
I have to
was
work that off. With diabetes, like you should eat stuff like that early in the day. There's so many carbs in that I would have to eat that at 3 a.m. and stay up and walk until midnight.
And this
And it's worth it. It's
this
worth
is-
it.
right.
Definitely worth it. Willie, where are
Yeah.
you performing over the next few weeks?
Let's see, big show. I think it's the 26th at Under St. Mark's Theater. I'm trying to do a new character there. Other than that, just a handful of shows you can see on my Instagram at Willie Zabar. I've got a list of
All
them.
right, Willie Zabar, we're going to have you on the Laughter Saves Live
Love
show.
that.
Stay in touch.
Absolutely.
Willie Zabar, people. Willie
Thank you.
Zabar.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Willie.
This is
Thank
great.
you.
Thanks a
I
lot.
want to thank all my guests today. Let's see if I can food. You'll help me. Paul Schneider,
Got it.
Captain Paul Schneider from the LA County Fire Department and Museum.
Yum, yum.
We had Tommy D here. Tommy D, the nonprofit sector connector. He was an awesome guest.
Oh,
But Willie Zabar also
but
held his
Willie's
own.
here.
Killed
yeah,
it.
he did.
Willie Zabar, thank you for coming from
Thank you,
Manhattan
Thanks for having me.
on the train. We're
course.
not reimbursing for the train.
I
Um,
assumed as much.
We'll see. We'll be off next week. I'm back at spring training. I'm pitching batting practice to the AAA this time. AAA. We'll be back the week after with wonderful guests who we didn't book yet. Good night, everybody. We're going to the diner with Willie Zabar and Tommy D.